Alright, we're recording.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, wait, let me check. Yeah, we're recording.
After a long, long time, we are back. And I'm not the one playing!
Yes, you are.
I know.
You're making...
I know, I'm the favorite. What do you mean I'm... What? No. No.
Oh, look, we're gonna do Sarah Obama. We're gonna be Ted, because I don't feel like being Dolores. Mainly because Ted himself uses 3 hands, you know, to pick up.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
Mary Jane. Did we do... We'll say. I know we did this section last time, but did we pick Ted or Dolores? You remember?
It was definitely Ted.
Alright, let's see where everything is. Where's Timmy?
Unless you made me pick Dolores, but I think we did Ted.
I think we did too. Alright. I'm gonna get Mary Jane first.
Maybe we should leave the kids. Kids kind of sucked. They low-key did, though. Who was it? I think it was Mary Jane, the one that sucked the most last time. Right?
Yeah. Timmy himself is really good for scavenging, but that's about it. Come here, Timmy. Alright. We're gonna need some
Bro
weapons.
kept a can of soup under his bed? Why? Has that kid been starving? Like, there's soup on that bookshelf and water.
I see it. I'm grabbing it. Come on. I'm grabbing this checkerboard too. Alright, we need the gas.
I guess this is close.
We need a gas mask. Oh, there's a padlock. Dang it, that's in the other room. Radio. We need that.
Dude, you better get going.
Yeah, I know. Alright, time for one more thing. No. Come on. Alright, you ready? You ready to rage at
I
this?
suppose.
You ready to rage at this again?
Hey, day one, it's always the best, okay?
Alright, you wanna read it?
If I can. All of us made it into the shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. We remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. Okay. I don't know where I heard that from. We vaguely remember stashing the things in the shelter because there was no room for them upstairs. Turns out being messy can really work in your favor. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans. We'll sleep on cans. We'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. Plenty of water means we don't have to worry about that for some time. This is the best dark shelter we've ever seen. We've never seen another one, but we're sure this is a good amount of supplies.
We'll say they don't even have. Go ahead. Sorry.
I love how they have a literal underground bunker, like for just in case, but like they didn't bother to like fill it up until the moment of emergency.
That seems about right. Yeah.
Also, they probably knew that they were at war, so like why didn't they fill it up beforehand?
All right. Surviving down here is no walk in the park. It won't get easier. We're hopeful this will blow over soon and life will be back to what used to be, or else we might face dangers we've never dreamt of. What makes it a nuclear...
What were you gonna say? Go for it. Go ahead.
I forget what I was gonna say now, but like a nuclear bomb dropped. You really think that life is gonna go back to normal after that? Quickly, at least. All right. How much? All right, we have 5 water and 6 soup. That should last us for a while. My turn.
The farts in that room must be terrible. It's not like they can open a door or a window or anything. Could you imagine?
I don't want to imagine.
It'd be a nightmare.
We're trying our best to remain calm. The situation we're in is far from normal, and we might never get used to it. We hope the help comes soon. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying out loud. No news is good news. There's nothing new going on with Timmy. If there was anything to report about Dolores, this is where it would have been written. Ted says there's no need to worry about him. He's okay. Alright. You want to send anyone out? We have a gas mask.
If you want, you can.
Okay. Something I
Wait, it might be a little fresh out there. Like, oh yeah, I guess you did say the gas mask.
Yeah. Also, something I learned with this game is if you prepare, I'll do it next day. I'll show you next day. We stumbled upon a weird signal when changing radio frequencies. We're pretty sure that behind layers of terrible static and screams, we could hear a voice speaking in a foreign language. Oh dear, what if it's the Soviets? We should probably listen to it, but what about the children? What do you want?
Yeah, listen to it.
Alright, your turn to read.
We were relieved at first when we figured out it wasn't Soviets we heard. Turned out it was Canadians, which isn't that much better. I love that, that's funny. Either way, they're foreigners, and we couldn't understand what they were saying, not a word. How disappointing. Water is what Mary Jane needs most right now. Timmy prefers apple juice, but right now we should get him some water. Water is all Dolores wants, all Ted wishes.
Emily? Emily?
Wi-Fi!
Oh.
Oh, okay, I'm back.
Okay. Well, all Ted wishes for are a few drops of water. You want to give him water?
Yes.
Yeah?
Just give him a full bottle.
You want to know a tip?
No.
You sure?
Go for it. Yeah, give me the tip.
Oh. They can survive 5 days. Only 5 days without water.
So what, we're just gonna thirst them until then?
Well, it's the best way to stretch out our supplies.
I don't care what you do, just
Alright. So what
click a button.
So what I found out is that, like this right here, who should we choose for today's expedition? It replaces the, random chance of something happening, whether it be good or bad. So if raiders were, gonna invade us the next day and we choose to prepare to go out, this here cancels that out. You get
Weird.
it? It also cancels out things that are good, too, so, anyways, oh yeah, I need to click them first. Alright, Timmy, don't die out there. Maybe I should have gave him food and water beforehand.
Yeah. Mary Jane keeps fainting. I'll go for it.
Mary Jane keeps fainting. We really need to find her something to drink fast. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. He took the gas mask. Dolores will not survive any longer without water. I messed that sentence up completely. Ted looks like he's got 1 foot in the grave. He needs to drink right now. We always thought life could be much better. That was before we got nuked. Now we think life could be much better. In a way, not that much has changed.
It might be better for you to read in case my Wi-Fi goes out again.
Yeah. Living in the past is not wise in our current situation. We need to think of today and tomorrow. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We really need to find her something to drink fast. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. Ted looks like he got 1 foot in the grave. Alright. Y'all can get stuff now. We had the most curious...
Wait, none of us mentioned anything about food.
I went... Oh, wait.
I don't remember them saying anything about food.
Okay. Though I do always, do day 5 every time for both of them, just to stay consistent. We had the most curious visitors today. One of them was making the sound of a galloping horse using a pair of rocks and heading them against each other, while his companion was pretending to ride said horse. They claimed to be a very important quest to seek some magical cup, only they lost their way in the wasteland. They asked permission to have a quick look at our map to determine their whereabouts. Ugh. You want to give it to them or no?
I knew you were gonna ask me. Ugh.
Yes or no?
I don't care.
It's your choice.
I know they're gonna take it. Though.
You think so?
Yeah, they're definitely gonna take it.
So no.
Well, I know though.
I'm asking you, yes or no?
Thanks up.
Alright. I chose to let them look at it.
They didn't take it?
They seemed friendly enough, so we let them have a look at our map. They thanked us and offered us some supplies in exchange. We graciously accepted and wished them luck on their quest. They gave us soup. They gave us food.
Imagine seeing a family of like 3 and then being like, yeah, you guys can have like one thing of soup.
I mean, it's still better than nothing, huh? Mary Jane says she's fine and doesn't need anything. Dolores is quite calm given the situation. There's nothing new going on with Ted. Nothing new, anyway.
I can't imagine how miserable it is to just have soup every day. God, it's nasty. Especially canned soup.
Spiders seem to be operating under the assumption that they'll have the same rights to the shelter as we do. They're everywhere and don't seem very scared of us. It's time to change that. We don't want any more spiders in our soup. No, sir.
They won't steal our soup, will they?
Yes. Yes, we got her. You see?
What the frick's wrong with her?
We'll see. We decided we can get rid of the spiders with our bare hands, feet, and whatever other body parts we could use for lethal anti-spider attacks. Unfortunately, we underestimated their chances. They were really fast, and all we achieved was getting tired. Maybe next time we'll have more luck. During our vicious fight with dozens of spiders, one got lucky and bit Mary Jane. It didn't seem serious, but when we got up this morning, she was different.
Nothing bothering Mary Jane. I'm so glad. She's okay. She'll be alright.
Dolores is fine and well, as much as anyone can be fine and well in this tiny shelter. Ted's stomach is rumbling.
I love how everybody's just fine with this.
Also, I only decided to not doing anything because I knew there was like a chance that she would turn into this. To put it simply, she's kind of a god right now.
A god? What do you mean? She looks like she's on everything.
She's like, I've seen some shit. But no, let me put it this way. She barely eats and drinks. One time I sent her out scavenging, she got like 6 water and like a med kit, which helped me win that run. So, like, she's pretty much good at everything at this point.
You sure she didn't accidentally eat fermented soup?
Giving orange soup. We felt that we should do something about our interior decoration. The feng shui is really off in our fallout shelter. While we were moving things around, we found a secret door. What's behind it? There's only one way to find out. You want to use a gun or a flashlight?
Well, we felt that we should do something about our interior decoration.
Read the whole thing.
The thing is really off in our fallout shelter. While we were moving things around, we found a secret door. What's behind it? What the heck?
You want to do anything?
Couldn't you use both?
No, you can
in this kind of situation.
You can only use one or the other. Which one?
A flashlight. So I feel like if you use the gun, he's gonna shoot at something that he might not want to shoot at.
We inspected every corner of the room and found nothing. Well, that was a waste of time. Mary Jane seems fine today. Hopefully it will stay that way. She hasn't eaten this entire time. There has to be some water left. Dolores should get it. Ted needs water to survive. Y'all are waiting. I hate this. We have nothing. The problem is simple. If we don't wash ourselves, we'll get sick. Seriously sick. It smells really bad down here, and doesn't seem like it'll get any better over the next couple of days. How about we do something to fix it?
I don't understand how any of those things could fix that.
And we don't have any of those things either.
What were they gonna do? Wash themselves with the freaking gas masks?
Were they gonna... Oh, Temmie just came back. Oh, he's sick as well. See, this is the consequence of not showering. They're all sick. The world has ended. Who cares about showering? We can get used to it. Adapting shouldn't be hard. It will be like a camping trip. It will... Oh no. That smell is just terrible. Don't puke. Don't... Suspicious looking stains cover parts of the page.
Ew.
We were so afraid for Temmie, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. He might be safe, but he looks like death. On the edge of the town, there used to be a big parking lot. Now it looks more like a junkyard. Most vehicles are completely wrecked or burned down. We figured it was still worth checking out. Under the burnt remains of a picnic table, we found some some bottled water. Those bottles were not in the best state, but their contents looked perfectly drinkable. In one of the trunks, we found a leather suitcase. It's almost untouched. We're a bit disappointed there was nothing inside, but just the suitcase alone will do just fine. Oh, okay, their gas mask's broken. Mary Jane seems fine today. Hopefully it'll stay that way. Temmie should eat something. Temmie fell sick. Temmie is really tired. Dolores will not survive any longer without water. Dolores got ill. Okay, they're all... Who do you want to save? We gotta save one of the parents, because Mary Jane's a god right now. She didn't get sick from that whole situation.
Frick Dolores, she hasn't done anything.
Ted hasn't done anything. I guess he got everyone down there, my bad. So you want to save
No,
Ted?
Ted did.
Yeah. I just realized that I used him to get everyone down here. So you want to save Ted? Okay, I'm going to give soup and water.
Yeah, I lost Wi-Fi again.
Alright. Ring ring, there we were, thinking we would never hear a telephone signal again, when suddenly a phone starts ringing from somewhere outside. We figured it's the phone booth across the street. Maybe someone should go answer it. Who do you want to answer it at?
Dolores.
Everyone says Dolores has resting bitch face.
Hey, you keep telling me that.
Did I say that the first time?
Yes.
When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of release from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. Hopefully they get back to us. We were glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. Mary Jane is feeling safe. Who went in this coffin-sized shelter? Temmie should eat something. Dolores' health has not improved. Ted looks like... Okay. If it's repeat dialogue, I'm not repeating all the dialogue. Everyone just eat and drink. Dolores, you're going out. We stumbled upon the remains of a bandit shanty town. Someone or something tore it down. Instantly, amongst the rubble, we found a cat, licking its paws nonchalantly, surrounded by blood and dismembered limbs. That's the sight. As we made our way back to the shelter, the cat followed. We can now hear its paws impatiently scratching our hatch. Should we let it inside? You want to let it inside?
That's the Russian cat.
You want to let it inside?
It's a spy.
Yes or no?
I forget what happens when you do that, though.
You just let the cat inside.
No.
You prefer dogs,
I mean, personally, I totally would do it myself, but aren't we literally in a war against Russia or whatever? Right?
Well,
I forget what it said.
This game takes place in like the 1950s. We don't need any more mouths to feed. Also, cats can't be trusted, especially in these troubled times. We ignored the scratching and everything was quiet last night. We guess the creature went away. It's impressive how well Mary Jane is handling the situation. She looks fine today. Quite normal, giant-looking purple beast. Timmy should eat something. Today's been fine for Dolores thus far. Ted seems to be... What?
They all ate and drank yesterday.
Well, they're all sick, so sickness takes
They're
away.
whiny.
I'm gonna feed these two. Alright, we're sending Mary Jane. Dang it, come on.
What are you looking for? The gas mask is broken.
Oh, she doesn't need the gas mask.
Okay.
I'm gonna send her out with a map. So she knows more.
Why was that do?
I think it's to, like, help her know more of, like, where she's going and all that, you know? Or at least I think.
You don't hear the music on my end, do you?
No, I don't. If there was anything to report about Dolores, this is where it would have been written. Ted seems to be doing alright, even though the world has gone to a crappy place. There's no curse in here. It's high time we stop wondering about what's going on and start asking questions, or at least listen to some reasonable answers. So how about tuning to a radio station and learning a thing or two about the brave new world? You want to? Did your Wi-Fi cut out again? Emily. Okay, I'm gonna make the choice for her. Yes. We were able to get a weak signal and tap into a government's emergency service.
There we go.
What happened?
I lost Wi-Fi again.
Alright, everyone's sick and dying. We can keep staying on our backsides here in this tiny little bunker, or we can start thinking about getting away as far as possible from the radioactive wasteland. Who would have thought the Reds would have ruined such a lovely neighborhood? We could do it on our own, the escaping part, but not the ruining part, of course. However, there might be someone out there who can help us. Let's keep our eyes and ears open. You want to listen to the radio?
Probably gonna break it though.
So is that yes or no?
Yes, I said sure. Well, you said nothing can happen since Mary Jane's out.
We'll see. Nothing will happen to her. She's always come back.
No, not to her.
Hmm?
You said if, like, raiders come, they're not gonna come if somebody's out.
Hmm? Oh no, raiders will definitely come if someone's out. We need contact. The military is out there and they're coming for us. All we have to do is wait patiently. The soldier with the boring voice was very specific about this. Help is on the way. We just need to wait for further instructions to keep our radio in working order. Timmy prefers apple juice, but right now we should get him water. If there's anything we need, it's water for Dolores. Ted looks like he's got one foot in the grave. He needs to get a drink right now. Y'all can wait. We've been busy since we got to the shelter, but there's still much to be done, like trimming that shrubbery in our yard. That's definitely something we want to do when we get out of here. I don't think that shrubbery is there anymore. We can make it work, even in Toronto. Question is, how do we find a boat to get there? We heard that's the best way to get to Europe. Timmy's in terrible shape. Dolores will not survive. Alright, everyone gets food and water.
Are the drawings different if you choose to be Dolores?
I think they're all the same. I believe so, anyways. Every new smell attacks our noses in this little shelter instantly. There isn't much we can miss, so when a single brick fell out from the wall, revealing a tight opening, our senses were immediately invaded by a terrible stench. Ugh. We should probably check that hole out and see what the source of that smell is.
Yeah, probably. And then they got eaten by the spiders.
Oh, Mary Jane's back.
Jesus.
We looked into the hole, fearing something might come at us with claws, fangs, or other mutated and sharp body parts, but nothing happened. Instead, we found a dead rat who was trying to break into a can of tomato soup. He failed miserably. We have a feeling he'll be luckier than him, so we confiscated it. We gave that rat a proper burial in an empty can. He deserved that much. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. The first thing to follow in a time of crisis is order. Yet here we are, walking next to the police station, and it turned out to be still operational and staffed. That's weird. We met with a few policemen inside. They seemed capable of doing their job, though it's pretty odd the way they were talking about a new world order. The policemen were quite nervous while we were around. After a short chat, they gave us some food, then told us to go away and never mention what we saw to anyone. They had plenty of water in their stash. They were acting very nervously and consented to sharing when asked. Then they all started exercising. An ammunition pack was laying just outside the station. Mary Jane is starving. We better give her some food today, or else. I think we should feed her. Despite the dire circumstances and all the trouble we are going through, Timmy is being very brave. Dolores is quite ill. Ted says there's no need to worry about him. He's okay. Okay, Mary Jane, there you go.
Oh, yeah, sorry, my bad. Ow.
You good?
Yeah, I do have my ear.
Timmy has been talking about going out to the surface to explore, run, dance, and play with whatever burnt remains can be found. We would gladly jump at the chance to get him some fresh air, though we are worried the exposure to radioactivity out there will effectively ruin his fun by turning him into a terrifying mutant should we let Timmy out. You want to let Timmy out?
Really not.
So no.
If he wants to go out so bad, he can do the thing, what's it called? Where he goes out and gets soup and exploration,
Scavenging.
whatever.
Scavenging.
Expedition. Scavenging.
No, we ain't letting him out.
He might run away, though.
Maybe. We had to say no. What else could we do? It's dangerous, and Timmy's sad puppy eyes aren't enough to convince us. And no, chewing your own foot is not a convincing argument either. Ugh. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Nothing to report on Timmy. Everything seems okay with Dolores. This morning has been calm enough for Ted, and he's doing well.
Mary Jane's hungry again?
Yeah. It's because she went so long without eating, and then we sent her out, and that caused her, to go 5 more days without food. Alright. Mary Jane, we sent you out. Bring us, a cow or something to eat.
I thought we were gonna send Timmy out.
Mary Jane is the goddess. Mary Jane went outside. A sleazy-looking trader carrying an equally scruffle bag on his shoulder paid us a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal for just 1 can of soup. We get the bag and all of its contents. We can't see what's inside, and the trader gives us angry glances every time we take a step towards the mysterious bag. Should we make a deal?
It'd be funny if it was a bomb. Give him a soup.
You sure? It might be a bomb.
Yeah. Is it the cat? Isn't that the Russian cat that we literally said no to earlier?
Well, I'm clicking on it. Yes, it is. As soon as the door closed behind the trader, the bag started to violently shake, emitting screeching, hellish sounds. Terrified, we backed up against the walls when the beast finally escaped. It turned out to be just an angry house cat. The feline gave us a menacing look and promptly sat down in the corner to clean itself. Its collar says Sharviko? Is that its name? How do you say that? Okay, let me look.
Freaking. No, it's not a bomb. It's a freaking Russian cat spy instead. Oh, much better.
Timmy's in terrible shape. We need to give him water now. Timmy's not a fan of syringes, but he needs a big one. The sooner the better. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. Ted looks like he's got one foot in the grave. Y'all need to...
We don't have another med pack for Timmy?
No, we don't. That's why I sent Mary Jane out, because she's most likely to... She's the one to most likely get one right now. Trader alert. Timmy's salvaged comic books are mostly harmless science fiction pulp. However, some of them don't feature the brave Astro Citizen Program astronauts, but communists. The boy is eating up Soviet propaganda.
No, that did not say communist.
Yes, I know.
Cosmonauts.
Cosmonauts.
No, Cosmo, like the cosmos space.
Yes, I know.
Cosmonauts.
That boy's eating up Soviet propaganda. What a disgrace. Should we banish Timmy to the wasteland for his treatise ways and dispose of the comics, blasphemous comics? You good?
If Timmy wants to be a little commie, he can. Like, he doesn't have much time left anyway. Just let him have his dreams.
So you want me to kick him out?
No! He can plot with a cat. Just... I guess we now have 2 little spies in our family.
I like your logic. Like, he's gonna die soon anyways. So it doesn't matter. We graciously allowed Timmy to stay in the shelter despite his actions. We believe in the power of rehabilitation and second chances. Also, we're running out of toilet paper, and the propaganda books will do nicely. Okay. Timmy's in terrible shape. We need to give him water now. Dolores will not survive it without water any longer. Dolores needs a doctor or at least pills. It's now or never. Okay, so these 2 are on the verge of death, and they're probably going to die very soon. Ted looks like he's got one foot in the grave. He needs water right now. Being safe down here is much better than being pulverized out there, but that doesn't mean we don't want to go outside. Maybe we could take a walk soon. The neighborhood is probably much more peaceful since the bombings. Mary Jane.
Feeling that way.
She did not bring a med kit. Mary Jane. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning. No, I'm angry. She didn't get a med kit. We need to save Dolores. I don't want to read all this. We got
go back.
What?
We used to visit our local cinema so often that we could travel there blindfolded. It wasn't that surprising when this was where our feet took us almost without involving our brains in the process. When we recognized the sign of the food stand sticking from between the rubble, we were hoping to find some popcorn. There was none, but the tomato soup dispenser was still working. Yay. The cinema has a strict policy of not bringing your own drinks into the movie hall. Seems like somebody broke the rules a little. We found a lot of bottles in the last row of the hall. Some were even full.
Okay, Mary Jane is starving. Everyone else is fine. Ted is fine. So Mary Jane needs food and water.
Ted's been a champ.
He got the entire family down here and has done nothing so far.
The young man paid a visit today. He told us a story of his brave twin sister who went missing while spying in a nearby bandit camp. He said that while those circumstances are far from perfect, they were in fact meaning to contact us eventually and meet us. He believes his sister was discovered and is currently held captive in that camp. He has a few men, but he could use all the help he can get. Should we help him out?
Do you want to?
I mean, might as well send the sick ones.
Yeah, sure. We're gonna send a 8-year-old to go to a bandit camp.
He's on his way to becoming a Russian spy along with the cat, and anyway.
Oh, he's still alive.
My God.
Okay. The young man was assisted by a group of other survivors, well armed but rarely friendly. We found the girl, threw her a weapon, and fought off the bandits guarding the exit. The siblings were happy to be reunited but very confused. Turns out the bandit leader is actually their father. It's a crazy small world we live in. Anyway, they were really thankful and promised to contact us again soon. So, Timmy went with these people, got armed, fought off a bunch of bandits, and is already deeply sick. That's a lot for an 8-year-old. We were afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. Timmy is now a fan of syringes. Dolores needs a doctor. Emily, you want to prepare a trip?
Might as well. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, go for it.
Time to listen to the radio chatter. Maybe we'll pick up some useful shred of information on how to get us out of this mess. You want to listen to the radio?
They're gonna break it.
So is that yes?
I said sure.
It's not broken.
Yeah, we're getting lucky with that thing.
Nothing, and nothing. We could hear better, but the annoying static. So nothing happened. Ted seems to have developed an allergy to our furry guest. He's been coughing and sneezing all night. We should try giving him some medication. We're kind of out of medicine here. Mary Jane...
So everybody's sick, and apparently it's not contagious. But now Ted's all like, I'm allergic to the cat. Like, come on.
Wait, is he actually sick, or... he is sick. Timmy's not a big fan of syringes. Timmy's very fatigued. Okay, so they all sick. Ted, I used the medkit to save you, and you develop an allergy. Come on. I get people develop allergies, but still. Some of us are keener to go outside than others. Either way. Mary Jane, go. Get a medkit. Oh. You see the screen?
Yeah.
Dolores is dead and Timmy ran away.
I like how she turned completely to bones, but she still has, like, her hair. I feel like that implies that she's wearing a wig.
Yeah. Dolores' sickness progressed quickly. Coughing, fever, chest pain. She didn't recover. Timmy was very sick and there was nothing we could have done to make it any better. He understood it and probably decided he's better off far away from such irresponsible parents. He left and never came back. Well, he's right about the irresponsible part. And we actively chose the parent. You know? Alright, Ted's only down here by himself. Shiriko is still a fresh addition to our little family, so we need to keep an eye on it. And believe it or not, just today we noticed something else on its collar. It seems to be a metal plate with an address on it. And it's not far. Should we take a trip? Quick trip and see what's out there? Yes or no?
Don't the Russians kill us?
Yes or no?
No.
And yes, by the way, the Russians
well,
probably will.
Well, they might have been happy about getting their cat back. No, they probably trained the cat specifically to... I don't know.
The cat made a choice to stay here, and we'll respect it. Truth be told, if the previous owner cared about the cat at all, they wouldn't have let it run away. Maybe they weren't very good people. Maybe they weren't very alive after the nuke dropped. Either way, very careless. If it's the latter, that they weren't alive after the nuke dropped, I don't think that's very careless. What?
The cat survived the nuke, though. That's the sketchy part.
Yeah. Something should be done about Ted's sickness. Maybe Ted shouldn't be sick anymore. Oh yeah, I gotta give him food and water. There you go. How about the lake we've been going to for the past few years? It should be so good to find ourselves there, far away from all the madness. Swim a little, maybe take a boat ride, even if the whole place turned into Autoville. Oh no. I don't think we're surviving this one. Unless Mary Jane can get a med kit. Hopefully the time to leave will come soon. Ted keeps coughing and coughing. We woke up today feeling very uncomfortable. It was like someone or something was watching us. We could have sworn we noticed movement in the shadows. If anything besides us is alive in the bunker. It's time to teach it who's boss around here. You want to use the axe or the gun?
The axe.
What? Why not the gun?
No.
Day 27. Whatever it was, it's dead now. Quite dead. Maybe there's more hiding somewhere in those nasty little holes. Ted is pretty fatigued. There's a small muddy pond in the park nearby. Too bad we forgot our fishing rod. Perhaps we could try to fish out of the nasty water by using the old suitcase.
That's not gonna work at all.
So you want to do it?
No.
Alright. I should have given
We
Mary...
have enough food anyway.
What?
We have enough food anyway.
Yeah, but Ted is sick. And we need food.
So what, he's gonna pick up a med kit out of the dirty, nasty pond? That's how you get nasty infections, by putting dirty bandages on.
Yeah, I know. One dip in the radioactive water would probably destroy the suitcase, so we decided against the stunt. Can't stop thinking about the delicious mutated fish we could have had for dinner. Oh well. Where's water when Ted needs it? It is very difficult to prepare for unforeseen consequences when you don't see them coming. Well, they are unforeseen by definition, so that does make a lot of sense. We can't say we were prepared for what happened. Okay. Mary Jane back. She did not bring a med kit. Fond memories are one thing, but we need to be ready for the harsh reality that awaits us. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the surface. It might sound paranoid, but we think someone followed us. Let's just hope it doesn't happen again. 2 soup. That's it. We've been hearing some... No, we are not letting the cat in. You still there?
We already have the cat. Wait, we already have the cat.
It's a second cat.
Wait, you can get 2 cats?
Yes.
Wait, are they both spies?
I ain't telling you that.
I have never seen the other cat. You didn't even give me a chance to.
Alright, you want to prepare an expedition for tomorrow or no?
Yes.
We're not certain about the situation on the surface. A trip could be risky, but we could really use the supplies. Yeah, like a medkit, Mary Jane. Remember that time Mary Jane went out to scavenge supplies? When she got back, she had a wound on her forearm. Nothing serious, she claimed, but looked like something had bitten her. Now that injury is looking much worse. We fear it may be infected. We have to clean it up. We don't have a med kit, so you want to use the axe?
Oh, that's going to kill her.
So that's a no.
Oh.
You sure?
She's already too far gone anyway. No. Fine, if you want to. If you want to so bad.
I didn't do it. The end. Ted died of sickness. Mary Jane will be fine. It's not the first time, and it won't be the last time she's sick. She's looking a bit pale today, though.
Pale?
She's purple.
Hold on, wait a minute. They didn't say anything about her literally turning purple. But they finally said something when she turned a little pale?
I forgot to give Ted water.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, that was my fault. My bad. This wasn't as long as the last video.
You perished!
Alright, I think we're done for tonight.
Eh.
Goodbye.